Playing music. It's asking me if I'm playing music.
You're just such a good singer. I couldn't even tell the difference.
They said, turn it up. They said, I love this song. Please turn it up.
That is so funny. Okay. My name's Gail.
I'm Kylie.
And we are best friends who also happen to be exes. And we are so glad we broke up.
We planned that.
We're gonna get it next
time. We have an actual plan for today. And at weddings, there's a thing called the newlywed game. Sometimes they do it at bachelorette parties. We did the opposite of get married, which is break up. But we're still gonna play the game. Because it's the least that we can do, right?
You know how Gypsy Rose and her new mans did the game, and they're like, we're gonna play the newlywed game, and he's like, it's not the newlywed game because we already been wed, but it's the newly together game.
Did he say it like that? We'd already been wed.
Yeah. I don't know, but we're playing the NewlyEX game.
Yeah. And we are not NewlyEXs, but
we're not. So I should be like, well, it's not the NewlyEX game. It's the newly making a podcast with your ex game.
This is the X Games.
X Games.
A rejected name for our podcast. Oh my God. He on X Games mode.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I have some questions lined up. And then
we have explain how the game works.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we each have our names on slips of paper. And we have questions. So I'm gonna say questions. It's like, who has the bigger ass or something? And we're gonna put whoever we think is the answer to that question. And it's so fun and quirky, especially when we disagree.
Oh my God, Discord.
So, let's just get the fuck started. Okay. Who's the better driver? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Like, this girl was literally like born to ride a horse-drawn carriage. Like, she was never meant to be behind the wheel of a car.
When I went to Italy recently and I rode a horse for the first time. When I tell you, I was so much better at riding a horse than I was behind the wheel of a car that I have driven for over a decade. I am not meant to drive. I hit curbs. I am either going too fast or too slow. The back bumper of my car looks like it has been chewed up by fucking Jackie Kennedy. Like, it's not good.
I have been like pretty sick before and been like, no, I'll drive.
When I go with my family and it's like all answers are pointing to me being the best one to drive. Everybody else like is planning on drinking or has already had like a beer, and then I'll be like, I could drive. And they're like, no.
It's okay. It's okay, hon. Don't worry about it.
I'm really good at parallel parking though.
I have yet to see that.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it. Okay, next question.
Next question. Who is the better cook? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
I don't cook. Really,
you know what though? Gail has cooked for me. You've cooked for me, and everything that you've made me has been delicious.
I'm fine at cooking if I do cook. I don't enjoy cooking at all. If it's any kind of like actual recipe, like if I need to make like a creamy sauce of some sort, like I can't do it. If you just want me to like cook something easy like pasta or something, sure, anybody can do that. It's fine. Like I'm not gonna mess that up. I'm not that bad, but I don't like cooking and I don't do it ever.
I like cooking and I do it a lot.
And you're good at it. Okay.
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 Who has the crazier family?
Oh shit. Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1. Just for the fact alone that Amish people are involved. That's crazy. I might have people in the distant past in my family that were connected to some organized crime of some sort. But the Amish is way more crazy to me than that.
Yeah. That brings a
wild.
lot. That brings a lot of issues that you cannot imagine how many generations are affected. You cannot begin to imagine.
But
yeah, I've
crazy.
been to family reunions before where a majority of the people there are Amish.
That's just so wild to me.
I think that explains a lot about me though.
It does. And it's not even necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Oh. Who was the first to say I love you? 3, 2, 1. And you want to know why? Because I wanted to very early on, and I was waiting on you to say it. And actually, you said it on accident.
I said it on accident multiple times.
Yeah. And I was like, excuse me? Oh, what? What did you say?
And I was like, nothing.
So if that counts, if the accidental times count, then yes, you did say it first. You said it first, and then you said it the official time as well.
I was gonna say it counts both ways.
Yes.
Anyways, child. Next.
Who was the one who made the relationship official? 3, 2, 1.
I'm just a boss like that.
You are. Some would say that you're also never mind.
No, please go on.
Simultaneously, you're afraid of commitment and yet in need of control at the same time. So you wanted to be the one to call the shots for those things, but I wouldn't have. I wanted you to anyway. But I did ask you. I did ask to be your girlfriend first, and then you were like,
okay, what? That was crazy. That was crazy. Do you want to tell them about that? Because no, I think you should tell them.
We can talk about that at a different time.
Okay,
we can save that. No, we can wait.
That happened a month into talking to each
other. Listen.
And do we want to talk about how that happened? What the process for that was?
No, we can talk about it at a different time.
Okay, go ahead, guys. Ask in the comments what the process for that was.
Anyway, stop. Who was the first one to have a crush on the other? Three, 2, 1.
Wow, I think I'm winning this game.
We're both winning. We're
works,
both
right?
winning. We're both guessing right.
It's just whoever's name gets put up more.
I think because you saw my account first.
Yeah. Yeah. I found her on TikTok first before she knew about me because she had about 100,000 followers when I had about 10,000 followers.
I also I followed you and then realized, like, I followed you and I thought that you were cute, and then I realized that you were already following me, and that's when you caught my attention.
Oh, wait, wasn't there something where you like commented on one of my videos and I never saw it?
Maybe the
And then
only
you
one I
were like,
remember
"Oh,
commenting
you
on,
didn't reply to my comment."
I think it was on your Gara video, because that was
Oh
the
my
first video of
God.
yours that I saw.
That was like the first cosplay that I ever did. Like one of the very first cosplays that I did when I got back into cosplaying with that account. One of the very first. Then maybe you
Damn.
didn't. I don't know. Anyways.
Who wore the pants in the relationship? 3, 2, 1. You are winning this game.
Oh my God, yeah.
Pants are not for me to wear.
I mean, yeah, like literally and also physically.
Yeah. Who always has to have the final words in an argument? 3, 2, 1. And I do.
And you do. And you know what? They're yours to have, as you should.
You bitch. You're a bitch.
What? Why do you say that to me? Can you get that guy out of here?
I like how I say this we say shit like this. Namely, I say this for shock value all the time. But now that we're on camera, you go, why did you say that to me? Like, so serious.
No, that's actually not true. I say that to you off camera because sometimes I'll be being serious and you'll be like, "You bitch." And I'll be like, "What the fuck? I was being
But I'm not serious. I truly am never serious when I say that.
Well, I don't think you're like serious, but I'm like, why? But I assume that you think that I'm being sarcastic when I'm actually being serious. Okay, this is like a lot of seriousness.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I have no idea.
Honest.
Okay, next question.
Who's the better kisser?
These questions are too intimate. Ready?
That's why I asked you.
I mean, the answer is obvious, so.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well.
That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's really crazy.
That's so crazy.
That is really actually so crazy. Next question.
Who flirts the most?
In general?
Yeah.
On purpose or?
What?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And you want to know what flirting is?
You're flirting with life all the time.
I'm flirting with death. I I'm flirting with mortality at
I
any
was gonna
given
say
point in
you're
time.
flirting with your own mortality constantly.
Literally.
That's funny.
I'm flirting with the bog.
The bong?
Climbing into the bog.
Oh, the bog.
How are you a Hosier fan and not know about bogs? That's so crazy.
I know about bogs. I thought you said bong.
Bongs be like.
Bogs be like.
Okay. Who is the smarter one?
The smarter one. That I don't like. I mean, we're smart in different ways. Because there's some things that I come to you for that you're like immediately giving me the answer, and sometimes you come to me for stuff and I'm immediately giving you the answer.
I think by society's definition of smart.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Okay, well, you can't see it, but
Why is it whiting out? Okay.
I'll just hold it right here.
Yeah. You're emotionally so much smarter.
I'm emotionally intelligent.
You're emotionally intelligent and you have skills. You possess skills that I do not possess. You're even honestly like skills you possess that I don't are things like baking, cooking, there was something specific that I was going to say. Shoot. I knew this was going to happen during this podcast.
Like beauty? Like hair and makeup? I feel like you have good hair and makeup knowledge.
Yes, you do have that also over me. But there was something else specific. There was like a specific point I was making starting that list, but I
do know a lot of arbitrary information.
Oh, artistic. Oh. Honestly, I think you, even though I literally do art for a living and art is like my entire thing, I think you're artistically more talented than me. Yeah, beauty, you can do like makeup and like you're generally better at like taking care of yourself. Yeah. There's a lot of those things, like practical things you're good at. But if you're like
if it's what's 2 + 2?
Electronics, again, like electronics. There's so many times you come to me for electronic stuff and I'm just like, holy shit, like literally just go to the settings.
If you tried to see me work the POS system at work, you would actually like have to walk away.
I'd have an aneurysm trying to watch you use that for sure.
And it's not hard. Spoiler alert for those of you that do not work in the food industry. It is quite literally like a 12-year-old and younger an iPad baby could do what I do.
And they do.
And do, yeah. Okay. Who shops more? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'd be consuming for sure.
I consume, but not as much as you. Which you would think you would actually think it would be the opposite, and it's not.
Yeah, for sure, but it's not.
Yeah. I wonder if people are surprised to know that information.
Yeah, I do think that's surprising. You would definitely think it would be you, but it's not.
Okay. Who works more? 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Mainly because I work 2 part-time jobs, and you work 1 job, but the work kind of never stops because you're talking to people on the phone, you're editing stuff, you're doing all this stuff at home when you're not in the studio. So it's just kind of like, unless you specifically schedule free time for yourself, you're basically working.
Yeah, this conversation is the longest I've not been working in, like, pretty much since I opened the gallery.
Which is fucked up and sad.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could get you out of there. I'm glad a podcast is what is helping you.
This is my deep question time.
Who is the cheapest? 3, 2,
That's a tough one.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'll spend money, like, there are certain things where, like, trying to think of an example. I think, like,
also, I'm sorry. For those of you that are just listening, I'm so sorry. We'll make it clear for the rest of these who's picking what, like, immediately, so you know what's going on. Go on. It was Gail.
Oh, we haven't said it once who we picked.
Yeah.
Well, sorry,
that
babe.
just means that you have to go on Patreon. I'm so sorry.
Yep. So I will spend money on certain things that you would probably hesitate to, but you will spend more money on individual things that I would never spend money on. Like, you'll spend money on, like, a perfume, whereas I would never spend money on a perfume. But, like, if you were like, you know, you need to fly here or something, I'll get a plane ticket. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just get a plane ticket. The money will come back. I'll just get it. I'll just get a plane ticket. Whereas, like, if I was like, you need to get a plane ticket, you'd be like, I don't have money for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who tips the most?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I kind of think we're even on that. I think
we probably do tip the same amount.
We probably
Sometimes,
tip, like,
do you ever, like, just randomly tip, like, a lot? Because I do.
Honestly, like, I do sometimes, but not as much as probably you do. Or, like, my boyfriend will, like, drop $20 on, like, a tip for a very cheap meal, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I do
But
that,
he's
yeah.
a server,
Same.
so, and you're a server, so yeah. You probably tip more than me, because I usually won't drop, like, a fat tip, but I try to tip very well.
In fact, if I go out to eat with friends sometimes, I'll be annoying and I'll be like, oh, I can take the tip. Like,
Yeah.
I'll pay for the tip. Just to, like, because I usually have cash on me and cash is better. And I know then that I'm giving them a good tip, especially if we're a bigger party. Like,
if I'm doing
it's not that I don't
like,
trust my friends to tip well, because they do, but, like,
if I'm doing something like that, then I'll tip very well. Like, if the person I'm with is like, I'm paying, then I'll be like, well, I'm gonna leave the tip, and then I know that I can afford to, as if I were paying for my meal.
Especially if I go out to eat with, like, my parents. My parents aren't even bad tippers, but I'm like, just let me take the tip. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Who's more clumsy? 3, 2, 1. Me.
Yeah, you are.
I have bruises all over my body.
I was gonna say, though, are you actually more clumsy, or do you just bruise more?
No, because I will, like, I bang my shin on something, or my knee, or my elbow on something at least once a month, if not more. I don't know if that's normal, but I just feel like I always have a giant bruise on my body.
I feel like anytime we were together, you would, like, stub your toe extremely badly. Like, you would break your toe, like, every time.
And it's the other day, I still have the bruise from it. I was at the gym and I was getting off of the Stairmaster, and there's like a side thing at the very edge of the Stairmaster. It's like where you step off on either side. There's like a little barrier. I slammed my knee into that fucking thing. And I literally, it was like that kind of pain where you feel like you're going to throw up.
Yeah.
And I had to just play it off because
Yeah.
I was in public.
Yeah.
I just shook my head. SMH. SMFH. And I was like,
I feel like you like bang into stuff more, and I trip on stuff / almost twist my ankle more.
bleh. I hate the feeling of twisting my ankle. That's
I just did that
I
yesterday.
would take getting a funny bone over and over again over twisting my ankle. Who talks the most? 3, 2.
Wait. Because once again, this is true for both of us in 2 different settings. Let's do this first. Who talks the most in public? 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Me.
Who talks the most when we're together?
Still me.
No!
Yeah.
Running my mouth with you.
I cannot shut the fuck up. For those of you that don't know me, and for those of you that do know me, tell the people I don't shut the fuck up.
I know you don't shut the fuck up, but sometimes I feel like I talk so much when it's just us.
I will say that you talk about your day more. I will talk about like I'll go on rants about things, but you will just talk about like your day.
Yeah, I guess so. In public, though, definitely you.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying a word.
LOL. Who looks in the mirror more? 3, 2, 1. Me. You can't see it, but it's me.
We both said you.
I think even if I didn't have mental illness, I would still be looking in the mirror 24/7. I think it's a part of being me.
I will occasionally, like, I'll fix my hair in the morning in the mirror, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll go all day and be like, oh, I have no idea what I look like right now. Usually it's not good. And so I think that's probably part of the reason why I don't.
That's really sad. I don't think that that's true. But it is very, when you have not seen yourself in like 10 hours.
It's shocking.
And you've been working hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how long have I had this shit on my face? How long have I had this fucking green on my tooth?
How long have I had
my hair?
How long have I had a glass eye and a fucking broken deviated septum and a wooden teeth?
When did I lose my front tooth?
When did I? We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about missing. Okay. You gotta cut that out. You have to.
I won't cut it out.
Oh my god.
And we won't elaborate. Who is more serious? 3, 2, 1.
Wait, this one also depends, I feel like.
Me.
Yeah, I think it's you. I think I was wrong.
My white balance is fucked up.
I said me, but I think I was wrong.
I think that I'm more serious. I think that I've been serious since the day I was born.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think I've ever been a fun-loving, having fun type of gal ever in my entire life.
And I am just so goofy.
I think that I'm funny, but I don't think I'm fun.
Okay.
Related, who tells the best jokes? 3, 2, 1. Me.
We both said you.
I think that you are very funny, but I think that you don't listen. I grew up in the theater. I'm always performing, okay? I am always on. If there is a joke, I know how to look for the joke and find it. And you will not see that in this podcast because I'm actually not funny at all. But
you're very funny.
Theoretically, I'm very, very, very funny. Gail is also funny, but it's just different. I think that I'm used to having to set up jokes and find jokes all the time. I also think I low-key grew up kind of ugly, and I was really insecure. And at the time where I was my most insecure is when I started doing improv. And I really think that that made me funny. Like being low-key bullied and then doing improv, like the combo of those two things, I think helped me become funny.
I'm funny to two people, and it's
God
me and you.
and it's me and God.
That's it. I'm funny for what for me. For me, it's literally just for me. And then you sometimes also think it's funny because I think maybe I just like indoctrinated you into thinking it's funny.
It's a cult. You're a cult.
I am.
Who is more flexible? I don't know if they mean physically or
The answer is the same for
yes.
both.
Gail is both. For those that don't know or that didn't notice in the other episode, I'm a certified yoga instructor. Gail does not do yoga and can like do a back handspring into the splits. And
no, can't do that. But I
don't say that.
I did grow up doing gymnastics, which I think is probably the reason, but I am more flexible than you. And also, if something were to come up suddenly, I would also handle it better than you.
It's so funny too because I'm under the delusion, I believe this about myself. To me, I work really well under pressure. And whenever I say that to other people, they're like, "Girl, no you do not." But I think it's in a certain way like when it's like if I'm performing and I have to change something really quick, it does not affect me at all. I don't know if that's because performing is like my purpose and that's like whatever. But like if I am doing something like yoga wise or on stage and then something happens, good or bad, I'm able to just roll with it and do whatever needs to be done. I don't let it make me nervous or stop me or whatever. I see that as functioning well under pressure, but in like almost any other circumstance, it is not good for me.
But if you have something that needs to get done and like you're under pressure, you will get it done.
Absolutely.
Like that pressure doesn't like immobilize you like so that you can't do what you need to do. But if there were to be a change in plans, that would stress you out more than it would stress me out.
Yes. Absolutely. I do not like deviation from the plan. Oh my gosh. Who is this?
This is my son. His name's
God.
Bunny.
He looks like a precious moment still. He really does. Who is the most dramatic? 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, my white balance. It's me.
Yeah, we both said you.
And that's okay. And we don't need to talk about it. Next. There's only a couple left. Who is the first to apologize after arguing? 3, 2, 1. Me. In fact, I will apologize more than is necessary, and before the apology is socially acceptable.
I don't think I learned to be able to apologize to you, like in our dynamic. Like if we're talking about like, oh, I showed up late to something. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not where I can't apologize. But in like admitting that I was wrong with you, I don't think I was able to do until like after we had broken up.
So after it was needed and necessary. Okay.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Who cries the most during movies? 3, 2, 1. I'm saying me because I watch movies and you don't watch movies.
Yeah, I don't even be watching movies, especially not if there's a chance that I will cry.
You're like, especially not if there's a chance that I will enjoy the movie, then I will not watch it.
Especially not if it will invoke any sort of emotion at all.
I'm gonna put this on the record.
Ha ha he he.
I'm putting this on the record. We are going to have a segment on this show called Gail's Reviews. And it is going to be Gail intaking various medias that I, over the course of years, have told them to consume. And things that they would genuinely enjoy, and they are aware that they would enjoy it, yet have refused to watch them for whatever reason.
I think you've only successfully gotten me to watch 2 things three things that you've wanted me to watch, and it was because we were together and you put them on and like taped me down to a chair.
Clockwork
and that
Orange.
Would be
Clockwork Orange.
Little Woman. Breakfast
Naruto.
on Pluto. Oh, you did do Naruto.
Peaky Blinders.
And I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna say Peaky because I think we both kind of wanted to watch Peaky.
I had already been watching. I was like halfway through season 1 of Peaky, and then I made you watch it.
Okay, then you got me on Peaky, and I was gonna say, what is the show called with the Irish guy?
Peaky Blinders? What do you mean?
No. Oh wait, sorry, Scottish.
Oh, wait. Outlander.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, what?
I'm like, the hot Irish guy, the hot Scottish
guy. Am I a
guy,
Nikki fan?
The other hot guy.
Up in Sri Lanka, like what?
Yeah.
No, but we will be having a segment.
You almost got me to watch Great Gatsby, but I fell asleep.
You fell asleep. That's my favorite movie. And they fell asleep. Like halfway through the movie. But anyway, we're going to be having a segment on this show. Each week, I'm going to give you a list of things. Would you prefer that I gave you one specific thing? Or would you prefer that I had you choose from a list of each week one thing to watch?
Choose from a list.
Choose from a list. Okay.
I might watch Saltburn or Barbie movie tomorrow.
Okay, let's write this down.
I'm off tomorrow.
Let's write this down. Do you have a pen and paper with you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
It's a pencil. Is that okay?
No.
Go.
Okay, Barbie movie. Saltburn. The Notebook.
No, I'm not doing it. So just take that one off now.
Watch it with your boyfriend. Watch it with your boyfriend. You'll feel better. You'll feel better if you watch it with your boyfriend. What else do I want to make you watch?
You're evil. I love my definition of evil. You're evil for making me watch good movies. You bitch.
I know for a fact there's more.
I know. Well, you can just tell me them as you think of them.
Okay, yeah. But
That's
okay,
fine.
so by
Because I'm either gonna watch Saltburn or Barbie movie tomorrow.
okay,
and
cool.
I'm done.
So by next week, we'll likely have a Gail's review segment.
You know what I'll do is while I'm watching, I'll actually have my phone and I'll write notes.
Yes, absolutely. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
And I'll think of more things for you to watch as well. And you know what? If you guys have any recommendations for things that you would like Gail to watch that you think that Gail would enjoy,
Wouldn't enjoy.
Or wouldn't enjoy. If you have things that you think Gail would absolutely hate and scar them for life, please send it to our email, which is I'm glad we broke up podcast at gmail.com. You can also send in advice, asking for advice for any life questions that you have, as well as any Q&A questions about us and our relationships for future episodes that we can answer. Yeah, we're by we I mean me, very lonely, so we would appreciate any sort of interaction. And I need to get a bow on my mic.
Yeah, you do.
I just have whatever the fuck this is.
You're just not as coquette as me. You're not as coquette Lana Del Rey, Americana baby girl as me.
You're so right.
I know.
Okay, well, bye.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.